But my top rated book on confidence is called The Super You. I'm sending it to you, physical book, free. Go to the link down there. You got it.
DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin with DreAllDay.com. Let's talk about building a brand. I think nowadays everybody has a brand, right? So many people are using some type of social media, trying to get themselves known, make themselves hot. People are self-publishing books. A lot of people have YouTube channels every day. Hundreds and more people are starting them. So everybody's building their brand, some kind of brand these days. I want to give you some principles of building a brand that will actually make your brand memorable, make your brand worth something, and make your brand actually stand out. Because even though a lot of people are doing it, not a lot of people are actually good at it, and not a lot of people are actually differentiating themselves and making themselves stand out, because they're not really about anything. They're basically interchangeable. I mean, you go on something like Instagram and you say, let's say you got Instagram models, right? Females who are Instagram models, most of them are interchangeable. They look different, but they're pretty much presenting all the exact same things. Nobody's differentiating themselves from anybody else unless they're just in a beauty contest. I just look better than this girl and this girl, but there's always going to be somebody who can beat you at that. So what can you do in building a brand? Even if you're a basketball player, you could be a great basketball player, but there could always come along a player who's better than you. So what can you do to establish a brand? See, a brand does not mean you're better than this person or better than that person. A brand means you are standing out in the mind of the consumer in a way that they're going to seek out you, even when there are all these other options out there. Like I said, I use Instagram models as an example, because you can go on Instagram and you want to find a girl who looks good, posting pictures of themselves and revealing a lot of skin on Instagram. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of girls that you can choose from. What's the difference from one to the next? If you don't know them in person or anything like that, it's usually not that much of a difference. There's no branding going on there. They may think that they're branding, but it's not really branding. So I'm going to explain to you what are the things that you need to do when it comes to your brand. Whether you want to be an Instagram model, and listen, you can make money being an Instagram model, YouTuber, basketball player, author, fill in the blank, anything else that you want to do. How do you make your brand stand out? Number one thing you got to do if you want to establish a brand, something that gives you space, you have real estate in the mind of the consumer, the viewer, the reader, the watcher, whoever, is that you must have an opinion. Have an opinion. What does that mean? It means this is what you're standing on, this is what you're about, this is what you believe, this is what you represent, and you are clear with it. People need to know where you stand, what you're about, what it is that you're representing. If you're kind of everything, as they say it in anything, in sales most of the time, if you think you're going to be everything to everybody, you're going to be nothing to nobody. So who are you for? Who are you not for? You hear me say often in these videos, listen, if this right here is not you, or you're not understanding this point, or you're not willing to do this thing that I'm advising, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. I say it on my podcast all the time. You probably shouldn't be listening to this podcast. Everything ain't for everybody. And I don't try to speak to everybody. I'm not trying to get everybody to be listening to what I'm saying. It'd be great if it was. Ideal, we all think of that. What if 1 billion people are watching everything we put out, or reading everything that we wrote, or buying everything that we sold? It would be great on a surface level, but overall, the thing that makes people remember you is when you stake out your corner. It's kind of like if you're a drug dealer, you got your corner. Like, this is my corner right here. You know, if you want to get these drugs from me, this is the exact spot that I'm on. And the person who's just floating around there anywhere, it doesn't matter. I can't find you. I'm just get it from this person. I'm gonna get it from them over there. I'm gonna get it from them over there if I need my fix in a moment. So what is the corner that you're standing on? What is your square? What is your opinion? What are you about? What are you representing? People need to know what that is. You need to know, and then you need to pound it over and over and over again every time you're sharing yourself with your public or your audience, so that they really know what you're about and what it is you're representing. Point number 2. Whatever that opinion is, whatever that stance is, or your brand, or whatever you want to be known for, you got to deliver on that message. Deliver on your message every single time. Like, people know, when I first came out on YouTube, for example, I was the first person as an athlete in any sport publishing training drills, where I was just showing myself training for my sport by myself, just working out. That's all I was doing. I wasn't even explaining it at first. I was just showing myself working out. I delivered on, and people came to know me for that. Like, oh, this is the dude who posts basketball drills every single day. People came to know me for that. And every single day, I was posting another one. Then I post another one. Then I post another one. Then I started answering questions about it. Then I started explaining it even more. Then I brought a trainer in to come talk to you about that. So I was delivering on my message. People knew what I was about. They knew what to expect. And then I kept doing it over and over again. Then it got to the point where I wasn't going to do basketball drills anymore. I was going to do more videos like this where I'm just talking to you. And some people are, all right, they wanted just the basketball drills. So, all right, I'm not going to watch anymore because you're not doing basketball drills. But it's people who want like this stuff. Now you know it's coming. Every day you know it's going to be another one and another one and another one. And you know you have an idea what to expect. You don't know what I'm going to talk about, but you got an idea that I'm going to explain things in a way that I'm doing here. And the more you deliver on that message, the more the word will get out about you, and the more people will buy into you who it's for. It's not for everybody, but the people who it is for, the word will eventually get to them, and then they're going to follow you or listen to you or whatever it happens to be. And you don't have to do this in video. You can do it as an author, you can do it as a podcaster, an Instagrammer, or a tweeter, whatever it is you're doing. You can do this in real life as a teacher, a laundry person, a architect, a landscaper, anything. Point number 3. You got to make yourself discoverable. You got to be out there where the people are so people can find out about you. Like if I was making these videos but I was only posting them on my website, there are fewer people who come to my website than they come to youtube.com or go to Google. So it's a good idea to go to where a whole lot of people are, get them to know you. Then maybe you can move some people over to something that you own, something that's yours. But a good rule of thumb is to start out where the people are. Be where people are so people can see you, people can hear you, people can watch you, and they can come to know. It's like, all right, yeah, I like what this guy's saying, or I like what this girl is about, or I like what these people over here are representing, and then they'll buy in more. And the more they buy in, because you keep delivering on your message, and they know what your opinion is, they know what you're standing on, then they can decide, you know what, yeah, I like that, I'm about that, I'm gonna buy into this, I'm gonna keep following this person. Those are the principles of building your brand. You gotta first of all have an opinion. What are you representing? What are you really about? And what you're about needs to be something that includes certain people and is going to exclude other people. That's what having an opinion means. I don't mean necessarily what do you think about Donald Trump or who's better between LeBron and Michael Jordan. I mean opinion meaning what are you representing and who is it for, who is it not for. That's what I mean when I say opinion. The other thing is you got to deliver on that message. Whatever it is you say you're about, be about it every single time that you're putting yourself out there. And number 3, be where people are so people can find out about you. People can discover you, and people can decide whether they're in or they're out. Some people are going to be in, some people are going to be out. And more is not always necessarily better, depending on what goals that you have. Those are the principles of establishing yourself as a brand. If you use those principles and look at what you see around you, you'll notice that a lot of people who think they're building a brand, they ain't really building one because they don't understand these principles. And even if they did, a lot of times they're not enacting. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.